This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
It's Friday, folks. It's great to be back here again, and it's all smiles. I have Joanne Mitchell here. I just absolutely love you so much, Joanne. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. It's good to hear your voice again as well. I love speaking with you.
I know. Well, I'll tell you, it's been quite a joyful experience, and I wanted to share with our listeners because we connected. You had called about the mortgage-free option.
Yes, ma'am.
And I wanted to be able to just share not only that you're so dear to my heart, but also the fact that how you found it and the process in itself and what you feel and how it has changed your life.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, my sister and I have a sister named Carolyn.
Yeah.
My sister and I, we were just like listening to the radio, and we had been recently thinking about trying to think about the reverse mortgage and everything, and listening to Sarah and my sister saying, Joanne, you need to give her a call. Let's see what's up. And sure enough, I gave her a call, and it was like a light bulb turned on over in my head. It had worked for such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But since we talked with Sarah, my sister, and I mostly shared with Sarah concerning the process, and then Carolyn, she came in when was needed. But they made it so easy for us. I mean, explaining the loan, how it worked. We did a counseling session.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They especially told us about the government part of the loan.
Right.
And how that worked. And we kind of like took it from there.
Right. So you know, like I always say, why I wanted you on the air is because you are very dear to my heart, and you understand the process with your sister Carolyn, who is amazing as well. That there was a certificate of understanding, so you signed that, both of you, and went through the counseling so that you could have the mortgage-free option, which gave you the freedom now to be in this home, and you can will it to someone, or you have equity, you have money, that you got that you can use. So.
Oh yeah. I know. I didn't quite as well understand the program at first and everything, but after talking with you and going to the counselor to explain the HEC loan,
Mm-hmm.
And talking with you just made it so easy for me. The more I spoke with you, the more comfortable I felt. I didn't hardly know too much about rates and which one was the right one to do at a particular time.
Right.
Even doing the appraisal, they just made everything so easy for us. And the most thing that I liked about that, a lot of the work that was done in my house. I mean, I came out to fax papers and different stuff that I needed as long was going on. But the most part I like was you just making it easy, getting me in touch with the right people, all the way down to the attorney.
Right.
When it came down to closing.
Right.
I know that when my sister and I got ready to close, we felt good. We just felt so good about what was about to take place. And then we even felt better when it happened. I mean, we got a little anxious waiting because it seemed like, okay, well, we got to get this piece of paper or the next piece. And it seemed like a long time. But the Mohsin Mortgage Company just made it easy for us. And then it came down to time to sign the loan itself. It came it paid off a lot of the costs and everything.
Right.
And when the attorney came out, any questions we had, and we did have some,
we
answered them.
Right.
And it just made it so easy.
Well,
It made it so easy.
Well, the one thing that, because it's so important for people to realize that when the attorney comes to your house for the final closing, they're not from the bank or from us or anyone. It's a separate,
Right,
right?
right.
So,
They're not under no pressure
right. So
or anything.
they come and explain everything to you before you sign the final paperwork.
Yes, yes. They explain every piece of thing that comes out before you sign each particular section. She says, "Are there any questions?" And she made sure that we had the right understanding. But just talking with her, we didn't feel like under no pressure. We didn't feel like we were being made to make it happen or anything. It just felt good when she came out and us being so comfortable being in our home
Mm-hmm.
and not having to go out, like to the attorney
Right.
for anything.
Right.
You feel real comfortable when you're in your home.
Right. Right. Yeah. They come to your
All of
home.
that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, they come to your home, and that's like the thing, and it's, I mean, the thing with the reverse mortgage, which is mortgage-free option for
Yes.
both you and your sister, was there were a couple of things you wanted to take care of, which is you didn't want to have the mortgage, you wanted some freedom, and
Yes, ma'am.
you wanted
Yes, ma'am.
you wanted some cash out, and
Yes, yes.
um,
And that was what I was kind of like saying too. Just the freedom
yeah,
and doing the reverse mortgage
right,
in itself.
right,
And now that since we've done, I'll tell you what, I haven't felt this good, I think, since we first bought the house.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel so good knowing that, like, I can get like things done in my house and won't have to be under obligation. It removed a lot of the pressure.
right. It's
Is
the
what it did.
Yeah, the stress, because it's one less payment. Then you have, the cash out, you have some money.
Yes,
But mostly, I have to say, I feel so blessed to have met you. Like, you are so loving, you and your sister, and are just wonderful. I had so much joy just being able
well,
to,
I
have our
just,
people
I
do
just
this.
got it. Yes, and that's how me and my sister kind of
Mm,
like came up. She was like, now, no, my mother was like, nobody has to do anything for you.
hmm
But I think that the good Lord puts people in our life to help us, you know, make living a little easier.
Right. Well, you
And
brought a lot of laughter. I tell you, we laughed quite a bit.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And I
I,
tell you, there's just something. I tell you what, it's just so nice to have met you and to have hooked up with you, for you to be the one to help us with this mortgage, because I have met some mortgage people, and they some people are just not very nice. And I don't need anyone to take me to say that some of those people are just not nice, and they don't like it seems like you, Sarah, wanted to bear the weight with us, and it's not your house, and that's
Mhm.
how I feel.
Right.
Like after kind of like meeting with you.
Well, I'll tell you, I got a great deal of joy, and you mean so much to me. It was such a wonderful experience just to be able to just do this mortgage-free option, because it creates ease, but also that I just, you and I will always be in touch. Your sister
Yes,
Carolyn, and
ma'am.
I've never been called a little chicken wing, but I love it, or a goldfish, but I love it. I think it's very, it's just you're a very loving person, and it just gives us joy to know that we can do these things that can give a little bit of ease. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
ma'am. Well, I'll
That's
tell you, you made doing this reverse mortgage. I think that it was more of a blessing than doing it, because just being able to be comfortable and remain in my home and do some of the things that we would like to do,
hmm
while we're still love here to enjoy life, I
right.
believe.
Which
And
is
I know that if there's anyone that's thinking about the reverse mortgage, it might seem like a lot of paperwork. It might seem like a whole lot of details this and details that. But having people like Miss Sarah, they just make it so easy. I just knew that this was going to be such a job. And then we was having like things that would happen to kind of slow us up. But they hung in there with us, and we hung in there with Mohsin And that was the best thing I know that we could have done.
Well, I thank you for that, Joanne. You are very near and dear to my heart, and I thank Carolyn as well.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
thank you for coming on air today with us and sharing your story.
Yes,
It means a
ma'am.
lot.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have you back, I promise, okay?
Okay, sweetheart.
All right.
You need me anytime, I'll be here.
All
And of course, I needed you to send me some business cards. Anybody talk to me about them, I know where they can go or who they can call.
Well, I love you very much, and folks, stay well.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.